Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mascarandy Meanders podcast. Well, once again, it's been a while since I last spoke to you. Lockdown has been continuing in England. We're now about 3.5 billion years into 3 weeks to flatten the curve, but we should get a roadmap out of lockdown at some point today. I'm recording this on Monday, February the 22nd of February. So yeah, there's lots and lots of leaks of being allowed outside and meeting people and things like that, and I have my own particular thoughts and opinion on that, of which I'll probably leave to another day, because it's not what you want to be listening to me ramble on about, to be honest with you. I've posted a blog recently on the Mascarandy Media website about kind of things not moving a lot, and how I've kind of retreated into myself over recent weeks, and I just wanted to try and enunciate that a little bit better than perhaps I did in that blog, and I'd be really interested in hearing your thoughts on that, and the comments below the line are open as well. I'm going to take you back to my first kind of proper Dales book, which was my Three Peaks book, The Inside Story. I hate that title. I don't know why I agreed to that title. But it was an inside story, I guess, on what's happening in the Three Peaks area. It must be 10 years ago. I wrote in there pretty early on that I always get really, really anxious when I go on a walk. I think I mentioned that I might be sick before I actually start the walk, and that kind of build up of excitement on the way up the M6, and then going through Settle and heading to Horton to actually get out and start my walk and enjoy what I love doing. That kind of anxiety of what's to come has, I think, got a little bit worse over recent years or since then. I will be on a walk much like that. I still get that same excitement, but as soon as I'm on the walk, I'm thinking about the journey home and cannot wait to get back into my car to get home, get the walk done, get in the car, get home. And I've been thinking about this, whether it was walking with my dad when we were a kid and we needed to be off the hill before it went dark, and there was always this kind of rush to finish the walk and get home, or get to Dent and get to the pub and have a meal. I just remember being on the clock a lot when I went walking with my dad, and perhaps that's manifested into a little bit later, but it seems to have got a lot worse over recent times, with particularly when I'm on a walk just wanting to be in the car and get home. And it's now become kind of become so bad that I will be praying, well, not praying because I'm not religious, but hoping the trip gets cancelled before I do the walk, so I don't have to make the journey, and then I don't have to think about coming home, which is a bit weird. And I was wondering if any of you guys had felt that, whether you'd kind of felt that anxiety of doing the trip. Do I build it up to be something it isn't? Am I looking for some kind of magical experience, and then because that doesn't happen as soon as I step foot out of the car, I wanted to get home? I don't know. And I tried to explain it in the article that I've posted at mascarandymedia.com, that even now, wanting to instead of going caving, I'd rather watch a video on caving. Instead of going walking, I'd rather do a bit of an online webinar or seminar. And yeah, it's kind of a very, very strange feeling, because I know it's not right. I think when you know something's not right, you're trying to look for reasons why, and reasons how you can solve the process. But I've been unable to at present. I've tried kind of meditation, as in to get into kind of being in the moment, and putting one foot in front of the other when you go for a walk, and that's all that matters. You don't need to think about kind of heading home or making sure you hit a certain deadline to be on the M6 or a certain time to have your lunch or anything like that. But that didn't seem to work. I just can't seem to get into meditation at all. Recently, I work for an outdoors charity, and we had the opportunity to, in lockdown, something you can't do from home is plant trees. So I had the opportunity to go out and sort some alternative tree guards out. We're running a quite a large kind of plastic-free woodlands project at the moment, and I was absolutely bricking going up there, and was hoping that it would be called off, and I didn't sleep the night before because of worry that I wouldn't be up in time. When I actually got there and did the job, it was fantastic. It was really, really fantastic. And even when I arrived at, I was there at 8:30, and one of my colleagues arrived at 9 o'clock and actually said to me, I hope you would have cancelled this because it's freezing. And I said, no, I was really looking forward to it. And it was kind of funny, really, then reflecting on that moment and the day after, and the thoughts and feelings I have. It is a really, really strange one. I guess what I'm kind of looking for is some kind of advice and tips on how to move beyond this feeling that I have. The thought of me heading up to the Dales again it absolutely terrifies me, but I know when I get there it'll be okay, even though I'll be thinking about coming home. And I think the issue I'm therefore worried about is by not being in the moment, I may miss things. My 10th book comes out in November, and I am looking for another project, and not spotting those opportunities when I'm out and about, or not spotting the opportunities, because that is overthinking, but kind of not being tuned into things or in the moment is probably not allowing those opportunities to come to me, if that makes sense. Those kind of thoughts, those kinds of creative inspirations. And I don't think this is just a lockdown thing either. I think this has been coming for a while, and I've probably interpreted that as I've lost my passion for writing, when it's clear I'm just not letting my head open up to possibilities. There you go. That's a nice little Mascarandy Meanders for you. 7 minutes of me absolutely waffling on, trying to understand what's going on in my head. But I really would like to hear your thoughts on that, whether you feel the same, what sort of techniques that you do to get round that. And because I love being outdoors. I love being outdoors. I love being, on the trails when there's nobody around. I love being, I'm a member of a caving club, and I absolutely love caving. But the thought of going caving really, really scares me at the moment. Yeah, strange times, everybody. So just a bit of an update on where I'm up to at the moment. Secret Dales is still intending to come out in November 2021. It was put back because of the pandemic about 3 or 4 times now, and I've been in contact with the publishers. Hopefully we'll be able to get a date for that to be launched, because I would actually like to do perhaps a couple of talks on the book, and perhaps a couple of signings here and there. They're always really, really fun to do, and you get to meet people who read your work, and that's quite important. Not for the positive feedback's good, isn't it? Everybody likes the positive feedback, of course they do, but it's nice to know that people value what you do. Yeah, I'll say that, value what you do. And of course, seeing people buy your book and take the money to the counter or give you the money is good, isn't it? You cannot not like that moment. Because it kind of makes everything feel validated, I guess. So I'm working on that at the moment. I'm also doing an ABC Level 2 certificate in forestry as part of my role in the charity that I work, which I'm really, really enjoying. It's going to be interesting until I've actually got to go out and look around the forest. That could be quite a strange one, considering my thoughts at the time. And I am mulling over a project in my head, a couple of kind of novel ideas as well that I'd like to crack on with, and also working with a caver, stroke herbalist, stroke just an all round wonderful person in Derbyshire on a project which looks at kind of old toll roads and how towns and villages have grown up around them. And the idea is I start at the top of the national park, Yoxdales National Park, and she will start in Derbyshire, and we'll meet in Manchester somewhere. Meeting up. Do you remember that, everybody? Being able to meet people, it was good, wasn't it? So I'm just going to leave you with that, really. So that's where I'm up to. I've bored you long enough. If you get to the end of this podcast, thank you very much. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, that's always really, really welcome. Comments on iTunes are fantastic because it allows more people to access the podcast. And on the website, if you're feeling really, really kind, There is on mascarandymedia.com, there is a button that says buy me a coffee, and if you want to click on there and tip me the price of a brew, that would be good, and helps pay for kind of hosting fees and keeps the podcast going as well. Like I say, I'm really interested to hear what you think of this rabble, this complete ramble, this meander, and until next time, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you later.